So, thank you for everybody that's joining us right now. This is basically Ask Us Anything, um, for you to be able to, for us to be able to see your comments. Go ahead and click on the eCam link and give it permission so that way we'll see who we're talking to and we can see that you're actually on right now. Just click that link and jump on with us.
And by chance, if there's anybody joining us for the
First
first
time.
time,
Yeah.
we'd like to welcome you. Uh,
Yes.
I'm Stuart,
And I'm Dee Dee.
and we welcome you to our Love Chemistry session.
Yes.
So, for those who have joined us before, welcome, fellow chemists, back to a fun Friday.
Yes. Back to a fun Friday.
So, yeah, just like Dee was saying, if you have any questions that you'd like us to fill or survey, we'd love to hear from you. Go ahead and just click that eCam, give it permission so we can actually see who we're talking to today. Um, we'd love to hear from you. If not, we do got a couple of questions
Hmm.
of our own. Um, so we don't want to leave anybody high and dry and just try our best not to fly from the seat of our pants here, I guess you could say. So I guess while we're kind of waiting for folks to come in,
Hmm.
I guess we can kind of just go over our questions, huh?
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
So, first question, and I think it's a really good one.
All right. So, our first question is: does your partner know your triggers? I don't know. Do you?
Yeah, very well.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Mm,
Um,
really?
if I didn't know at this point,
Mm hmm.
it would be a big issue, I would think.
Okay.
And also, I know it kind of depends on your mood, how your day has gone,
Okay.
what's going on in the moment. Um, but I know a lack of being tentative
Okay.
can definitely be one of your triggers. Um,
A lack of being tentative. What is that?
so, not giving you the QT
A-
you're looking for.
Attentive?
Okay, not being attentive.
Okay. I just want to clarify because I didn't know.
You weren't sure what that meant?
Well, I didn't know if you said attentive or if you said tentative.
I guess you're right.
Yeah. So I'm just clarifying,
I,
just making sure I understand what you're saying.
I'm sorry, my brain's fried just a little bit. I apologize. I'm in the
All right.
wrong. Um, but I know that's a big thing for you, and also making sure um, that you're being heard,
Okay.
that I'm actually listening to what is either on your mind at the moment,
Okay.
what's bothering you,
All right.
whether it be work,
Mm-hmm.
family, me. So it could be a variety of different things.
Okay.
So those are just a few, though.
Okay.
You know, in their mind.
Huh? Do I know any of your triggers?
Yes.
Absolutely not. Like I no, seriously. I
Somebody woke up and chose violence today.
I mean, I don't know because it's very rare that you um, share that with me. Um, do I notice a mood change sometimes? Yes, but I don't know what the trigger is.
Mm.
I don't know what exactly made that switch. So, um, I mean, just being honest, I don't.
So it's a challenge of transparency.
No, I guess if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just say I just think it's just not sharing, not willing to share, or not capable of sharing. I don't know.
Not not capable of sharing.
I mean, you're capable. You just don't.
Oh, so it's okay. I'm just trying to make sure I'm clear. And
Yeah.
we have uh excuse me. I had to come down to somebody else's level. Um but I understand what you're saying. Um
Yeah.
if I don't tell you what's going on, you
I
won't know
won't
what's
know.
going on.
And if the trigger happens again, I probably won't know unless you actually say something, or if I can identify the pattern and say, "Oh, that's why he's upset
Mm.
because this happened last time, and this is when his mood changed." So other than that, I don't
Mm,
honestly
okay. Well, I know I've got my ebbs and flows
care to
when
share. He didn't want to share. Y'all see that? He tried to go. He tried to move on to the next subject.
no, I mean I'm more than willing to share. I think one of my most significant triggers is probably my OCD. What's that look?
Yeah, and that's one of my not a trigger, but one of my actual
Gila anxiety
annoyances.
is my OCD.
Yeah, and the reason I say that is because you only have OCD about certain stuff,
Mm-hmm.
your stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and so to me, it's like, oh, okay. It comes across a little self-centered, I guess.
Mm. Okay. And see, the thing is for me is that I'm OCD about my stuff because I'm a firm believer that if I'm going to sanely manage something,
Okay.
it's got to be something that's mine. Because if it's going to be something that's shared amongst the household, folks are not going to do it the same way I would do it. They wouldn't put things back the way I would put things back. They wouldn't put things in a manner that I would. I mean, but
But
that's where
that's
we're a contrast, though.
but that's for all of us. Like that happens. That happens with me with some stuff. You know that. But one thing is, okay, so like I don't like the way you clean out my car because I have stuff in certain places in my car, and I'm like, why did he throw that away, or why did he get rid of that? You know, everything in my life has a purpose,
Yeah.
and so, but on the flip side, even if I leave my sunglasses in your car, next thing I know, I see them sitting somewhere. Like you put them out the car, like you out of your car. Like
I,
you just like any of my stuff, if I leave, it's like you gather it all up and just put it out your car. And I'm just like,
but I do the same thing with
but
my.
I'll get back in your car.
I do the same thing with my own stuff. You just don't notice that because it's not yours.
Well, at the end of the day, those are the things that
When I start going through my, when I start going through those places where I would consider predominantly mine,
yeah.
then there's got to be a certain order to it. Just like if you go in our closet, I have
Yeah.
shirts a certain way,
Yeah.
I have shoes a certain
By the
way,
color, by the style, by the oh my gosh, it gives me anxiety.
and that's where we're opposite.
Yeah, it
But
is.
that's how my mind works
I
and
mean,
how.
I group my stuff, but not necessarily by color. Like I'll group everything. I'll put, all my skirts together, all my this together, my that. But as far as color coded and I mean color graduated and all that, that's just too much. That's too much for me. It's a little bit past my OCD.
What are you OCD about?
I'm OCD about people moving my stuff.
And see that okay. See that's the funny part because you're like, hey, I see you cleaned out your car. Why didn't you clean out mine? I'm terrified to clean your car out.
Why are you terrified?
Absolutely
You
terrified.
don't have to be terrified. You should know by now the things that are off
No, I
limits.
don't. No. Okay, so what was the last thing? It was some.
Tissue.
Was it tissue or a condiment?
Well, yeah, okay. So I was saving my hot sauce because I was going to take it and put it in my drawer at work. And it was a bag of, like, they literally gave me a lot. In this day and age, like some places only give you one, right? This place gave me a bag of them. So I was like, boom. put them in the seat in my car. And I'm like, when I get to work tomorrow, I'm going to put these in my drawer at work. So that way I have them at my disposal at work. Because, I mean, sometimes they don't give you anything. So the next day I get in the car and the bag is gone. And I'm like, where's my bag?
Well, first of all, the bag looks suspect. It looked like you're supposed to drop it off. So,
It looks suspect.
and
Okay.
it could have been a sting or something happening.
Whatever. And if it was, you just got me killed because I didn't make the drop.
No, I just kept
Yes.
I just kept you from getting arrested.
No.
For distribution
of hot sauce.
Hey.
Come on. Dude, did you even look in the bag or you just assumed it was trash?
I mean, it's a lot of stuff in your car. I'm like,
really?
But that's because
really.
That's because we organize differently. We've had that conversation.
Like, okay, so I'm this person. I'm the person that I like to recycle, believe it or not, in my car. So if it's in my car, I'm not going to just toss it out. I'm very particular about bringing it home and putting it where it needs to go, right? Not him. He'll just throw it away. And I'm like, dude, first of all, my fingerprints is on that. You just throwing it away randomly.
Who is it? Once again, you're trying to escape the law. It got my prints on it. What?
I mean, listen.
I'm not throwing away firearms.
Okay, you know that I look at a lot of Law and Order.
And that's
stuff
terrifying.
Like that. And I've been doing it for years. So one of the shows that I saw, this guy, he got convicted because he couldn't find his receipt. And so I keep my receipts. He got convicted because he couldn't prove where he was. Now, granted, we have cameras and stuff now today that kind of trace you, but back then it wasn't. But I've always been nervous about that all of these years, that because random people would come up to me and say, oh, you look like such and such. So what if such and such did something and it wasn't me, but the police thought it was me? And I couldn't prove that I was at the gas station.
You watch way too much TV.
Whatever. Whatever. Like, my thing is, psychologically, it's just one of those things that really is something, I mean, it's just ingrained in me. So, now, that goes to say, one of the triggers that I do have is if you eat my last potato chip.
Wow. So we're going to talk about the principle of the chip right now?
The principle of the chip. So, okay, let me just break this down. I don't know about you guys, but I have a sandwich to chip ratio. So usually I pour my chips out on my sandwich, and as I eat my sandwich, I pretty much say, okay, I took 2 bites, I could take 2 chips, or I took 1 bite and I still got enough to eat 2 chips with that 1 bite. Well, one day, this dude took me out to lunch. We were sitting there and we were eating. And I was down to 3 bites and 2 chips. And 2 chips. I took 1 bite. And I took another bite. And then this dude ate my chip.
Okay.
He ate one of my chips.
Now, had the principle of the chip been shared with me before?
It's understood. Oh, this right here is good, because you know how men always say that their wives, they order their own food, but then they eat off of their plate. That's how I felt. So my fellas out there,
one time out of how many?
My fellas out there, y'all know how I feel, right? Y'all know how I feel, like literally.
1 chip out of how many meals over the last 22 years?
Anyways, I couldn't even finish my sandwich at that point. I had 1 bite left and no chip to follow it up, chase it.
The look of disgust on her face was hilarious. It was also terrifying at the same time.
He had no clue what had just happened to him. He had no clue that his whole being was in jeopardy at that point.
You ever had one of those moments where you're just sitting there and the moment is so intense where everything around you just goes black? That's where we were. That's where we were.
And I mean, I've grown because that's been what, about 16, 17, 18 years ago.
Yeah.
And so the fact of the matter is, I did not talk to him for a few days, maybe a week or so at that point, because this dude ate my chip. It's the principle of the chip. Like, you don't just, like, if I had a whole thing of chips, it wouldn't have been a deal. It wouldn't have been a big deal. He could have had as many chips as he wanted, unless he should have just left the ones that were my sandwich to chip ratio. We got way down there. And so that really, really stressed me out. Somebody said, really found one chip and you lose it. Okay, I didn't lose it. I just shut down. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. But the fact is, I mean, there's gonna be things in your relationship that's actually gonna happen that, although they seem trivial or petty or whatever, it happens. And that right there could have caused a whole different situation, right? It could have been some underlying stress that I had. It could have been some stuff that it could have been some stuff that I was dealing with, and that just kind of threw me over the edge. So
Yeah, but was there?
I can't remember. I cannot remember.
As far
But I'm sure if you was taking me out for lunch, I must have been stressed out that week.
No, don't say that.
Well, honey, I'm just saying,
So-
like, golly,
I'm
this
just
dude,
saying.
he making me seem like a bad guy at this point.
No.
Okay. What?
No.
What?
I'm just saying.
Chip trigger.
I'm just saying. You're painting the picture that I only take you out when you're stressed.
No, I was just saying.
Chip trigger.
Oh my gosh. I was just saying that could have been one of the reasons why you were taking me to lunch that day. Okay? Oh my gosh. Okay, next question. Cause this dude right here, he is tripping.
Just to revisit, you guys, you see that link on the screen. Hit that link up so you can actually tie your Facebook profile to your comments here, so we'll actually know who's
Know who we're
chiming
talking
in.
to. Yeah.
We'd love to make sure we know who we are interacting with today.
Yeah. Because we do giveaways, and if we don't know who you are, then we can't give you nothing.
Yeah, make it a little tough.
How about that?
It does make it a little tough.
All right.
So,
oh, did we resolve that? Did we finish that? Did you ever tell me what your triggers were?
I told you a few.
Let me write them down because I didn't hear them.
I mean, they're really centered around my OCD, though.
Okay, just your OCD.
I mean, everything is driven from my OCD.
And what else? No other triggers? Oh, okay.
Not. I mean, just imagine the myriad of things that can come from somebody's OCD.
Well, that's true.
It's unrelenting.
Yeah, I know.
So that's the deal with that.
Okay. Next question. What's your coping strategy? Okay, I'll let you go first on this one.
So this is what I always tell people. For me, patience is like buckets. I have buckets for my patience. One is solely dedicated to this lady sitting here, and then the rest of the world shares the rest of it.
Oh, so you get the Lay's sour cream chips, and you can have them all by yourself. I get the salt and vinegar. I can have them all by myself.
oh, the smell alone.
He hates them.
The smell alone.
Anyways, okay.
I'm just saying.
You were saying. I'm sorry.
Okay, so for me, my coping mechanisms can vary depending on the level of the issue. When I was in a healthier state, what I used to
He
do.
means physically.
Physically.
You're not talking about mentally.
Well, that too. Kind of.
Well, yeah, I can attest.
I don't want to deny that. No, It used to be I used to run a lot or walk,
A walk, yeah.
and I mean far, like walk till the point where I can say, okay, I still got to walk back home. Can I make it?
Right.
I think I can make it, so I'll keep pushing. Um, that used to be one. Uh, Nowadays, I take a lot of my stress out on gaming,
Yeah.
um, which uh, can definitely be impactful for your relationship because gaming can be addictive, and that time that you should dedicate to your significant other.
Y'all heard it here first.
I own that. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
you should dedicate to
Mm-hmm.
your significant other. You're putting those energies somewhere else. So yeah, uh, those are my most significant. I used to smoke, but I don't smoke anymore.
Praise God.
Um, I rarely drink,
Yeah.
um, and if I do, that's normally in social settings.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, or if I just decide to direct that energy to something creative, even though I'm not the creative one out of the two of us.
Yeah. I know. I'm just kidding.
It's a
I'm
lot
just
of
kidding.
finger
Oh my
pointing.
gosh. I didn't even say nothing.
You know what?
Okay.
You know what I say to that?
What?
Well, uh,
Anyways, so my coping strategy is it used to be shopping. Like it used to be a lot of shopping. I used to do a lot of unnecessary shopping. It was necessary to me, but it wasn't necessary to him. But I did save him a lot of money by shopping. I did because I'm a bargain shopper. Like I get top brands and for pennies on a dollar. And this dude right here, I saved him a lot of money.
flag on the play.
Whatever.
Flag on the play. Flag on
Anyways.
the play.
Anyways. Okay.
Flag on the play.
So, okay, let's do the math on something. Okay, so tell them the story about what I bought you and how much money I saved you.
You bought me 15 polo shirts.
Button down polos and they retail for what? How much?
I don't recall.
$90.
Okay. Now.
So that's $1,500,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Now,
I saved you a lot of money
in rebuttal to that,
because I only paid 1/3 the price.
in rebuttal to that statement,
What?
why did you buy me 15 button down polo shirts?
For work.
Okay. Let's continue on down that rabbit hole you just started.
Okay.
Uh,
Where was you working at?
at that time, did my employer require me to wear a button down shirt?
No, but that meant nothing. I want you to look nice online.
Who's driving and getting fresh air?
That used to be, listen, in the beginning that used to be my thing, but then I got nervous because I mean, if we were up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning having a disagreement and I take off driving in the middle of the night, then it became a little bit scary.
I'm gonna need this person to sign off.
Shopping, yeah, it does.
That's foul.
Yes.
I do not endorse that.
Like, let me tell you something. I bought him every color polo it was.
Now,
Like the button downs, like they nice. Like the ones that what?
so with that, hey Carla, how you doing?
Hey Carly.
I'm gonna need you not to be co-signing over here with these bad habits,
Listen.
these behavioral issues. Um,
See,
so
that's what I'm saying.
so if we do the math,
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
and you said you saved me how much?
Well, okay. Let me take it back. The retail price for all of those were $1,500. All right. So I paid a third of that. So I'm gonna do the math because you know me and math. We only time we get along is when it's money.
Mm,
Okay.
mm.
So I only spent $450 as opposed to $1,500.
Mm, mm,
So I saved you $1,050.
mm. Okay. So what would have happened if you wouldn't have bought those polos at all?
I mean, what you mean? I would have spent that on something else.
See? She saved me money. She got me 15
I
button
would have
down
found
polo
something
shirts.
else worth $450 to buy.
You
It
see?
saved you money, but it probably would have been worth more. more
Math still don't add up.
Anyways, that's one of my coping strategies. I have not actually been like that in a while now. I can't say that I have transitioned to Amazon and my purchases are smaller. So $45 here, $10 there, nothing big. Okay, so I've gotten better with that. Actually, at one point shopping started giving me anxiety because when I can't find what I want, I get stressed out.
Let me tell y'all
What?
about how she look when she shop. It's hereditary too. It's hereditary. And I tell you it's hereditary because I've seen her grandmother do it. I've seen her mom do it. I've seen her aunts do it. It's like seeing it's like seeing a lioness on the safari and it sees a gazelle with a limp. It's her eyes glaze over. She is super zoomed in. Nothing is around her. Nothing. She doesn't even hear me because I'm like, back, back. And I was just sitting there like, yep, there it is. And I swear she might as well just do this, crouch down and her shoulder blades go up because she's from the pounce. And I've seen her pounce.
What about that time that lady took something that I was getting ready to get and I followed her through the store and stared her down? Because I was like, she saw me right there and she saw me looking at it. And I was just about to grab it and she scooches in. Oh, ma'am.
If any guys come across this video, make sure that there's one consistent thing in your relationship, especially if your
I know what
lady
he
likes
about
to
to
shop.
say. I know what he about to say.
What?
Say it. Go on, say it.
Make sure
Go.
bail
Bail
money.
money. I knew it. Listen, I already knew what he was going to say. I already knew he was going to say bail money.
Bail
Oh
money.
my gosh. He is.
Bail money. Because you never know. Or at least, keep a keep a lawyer handy.
Whatever. We do. We have one.
I mean, it's good that there's one in the family.
Yeah.
Um, we need a bail's bond
He
indirectly
do that
also.
too. He do that
I'll
too.
bet. Then you
So
good.
I'm good. Like that's the reason
I
I'm
mean,
like
that don't mean
I don't fret.
that's not
The
a
Lord provides for all of our needs.
that doesn't give you a pass to go act a fool. Like, well, we're
Well,
going to do
if the
whatever.
Lord didn't want me to act up, He wouldn't have put a lawyer in our family.
That's that's the math we're running with, huh? That's what we're going with.
Okay. So my other coping strategy is a bubble bath. I do believe in those. If I get too stressed out, then I'll just go and decompress, and that helps me out. Trust me, I've spent hundreds of dollars on bubble bath.
And
Like
Amazon, Groupon,
what? Groupon?
well, you ain't seen Groupon in like a decade, huh?
No.
Uh, you need to find it.
What are you talking about? Like I go to all the hot spots to find my stuff,
You ain't
to
lying.
find my bubble bath. Like I'm not gonna pay full price for it
No,
because I'm saving you money.
I'm not.
But I do get the top.
I'm just talking about purchases. Period.
I do get the top of the line.
Anybody else place look like a fulfillment center? And if you don't know what a fulfillment center is,
Oh my gosh! Why? Why he out? Why he got a dry snitch on me like this?
when you go, if you ever get a chance to go through a warehouse of any type, even if Amazon says, "Hey, we're offering free tours of our facilities," it's a fulfillment center. It's just full of boxes and products.
I don't see nothing wrong with that. I'm a hardworking woman. Y'all see that look?
We had a fulfillment center for a whole month.
Yeah, he tried it. Yeah, you're right. No, he didn't. He tried it.
What?
He tried it.
It is what it is. I'm just telling the truth. Just speaking the truth.
But I mean, I'm telling you right now that I mean there are things that you have to in a relationship figure out how to cope when you get upset. Figure out things that you could do that won't impact your relationship. Don't take it out on your spouse. Don't you can have a conversation, but if it's heated, then walk away from that. Like wait until both of y'all are calm to come back and have those conversations. Because man, I mean, all it takes is one wrong word, one temper, and it could be kind of detrimental, and we don't want that for our couples.
You better believe that look. That look.
Oh my goodness, this dude.
But we understand because we understand that people are just creatures of habit. Um, just like when we sit there and we look and we had a discussion about one time we had a discussion about crime. Um, and one particular topic we zeroed into was um, it, same race crime,
Hmm.
and it was pretty much the whole thing is that it's based on proximity.
Proximity. Yep.
If that's the environment you're in, that's usually
Who
who
you
you're
take
going
it
to do
out
that
on?
on,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
the same case in your household.
Yeah.
You, you lash out people at people even if they're not the problem or the person you're upset with, but they're in proximity.
Right.
So that's where you take your shots.
And even if they are, I mean, at the end of the day, you have to decide which battles you want to fight. And some battles are just not worth it. Like when we talk about the principle of the chip, that wasn't a battle that was worth fighting. I should have just let that go. I know that now.
There's
That's why I buy salt and vinegar.
there's no validity to this statement though.
To my defense, I was the only female in the house, and that's true. So I should have got special treatment.
First of all, in a household, and and
Look at him. Look at him. See, that's what I'm saying. What?
no,
Then what?
because
Go say.
I'm amazed. I am proud of and amazed of men who live in a home with multiple women, because the ratio truly is
Or multiple females.
that too.
Because I mean, most of the
True.
time it's their wife and their kids, and
Right.
so okay,
Okay.
yeah,
I'm not
just
trying
one.
to say like
He not talking about.
somebody got a
He
stable
not
or
talking about
nothing.
sister wives. That's not what we
I ain't
talking
saying
about.
nobody got a stable or nothing like
We ain't
that.
doing no sister wife things over here.
But there, the actual ratio is one woman to one female to three male. That's an
Right.
even run in the house. I'm sorry.
He said that's even. No, in this house it is. Some houses it may not be, but in this house, oh yeah, it is.
See, this
I just want y'all to know that.
somebody sound real bossy right now, don't they? I'm just saying.
Well, I got backup now.
That's not backup.
She is backup.
I'm not worried about.
She the 6-year-old enforcer.
If she don't come to my chest, she's not enforcing anything.
She's the enforcer.
And there she is.
There's the enforcer.
Wow.
Yeah.
But no. Um, yeah, we just have to learn how to cope and
Yeah.
not take it out on everybody else. She's not. She's not running nothing. She's not running nothing.
Yeah, she is.
So our last question that we have for this evening,
Okay.
how would you, and you're going first.
How would I describe my significant other? They're talking about you. Okay, I'm just being funny, y'all. He know that I'm a jokester.
Yeah.
This the side that some of y'all don't get to see because I'm a little cry. But um, I describe him as first and foremost. This dude right here is patient. Okay. Um, because like I said years ago, he what did I tell you? about my ignorance? You promote it.
I promote, and later on you stated that I nurture
Well, yeah, you do.
your
Oh, yeah,
ignorance.
you do.
Your
So,
ignorance.
yeah,
Your ignorance.
he is. I mean, he's very patient because I know sometimes that I could be on one. I really can, and it's nothing. It's just the stresses of life, and so he's been able to calm me down and um, I guess center me, and so and so that's good. And then he's genuinely a nice guy. Sometimes too nice because I had to snatch him back. I'd be like, dude, why is you up in her face? Come over here. Come over here.
Okay, am I up? Am I in her face or is she in my face?
Either way, y'all faces is too close.
Hey, I'm gonna just point that out though, because it made me sound like I'm for these streets. I'm not for these streets. I'm not. So I understand that there's boundaries that have to be established, but
Yeah, he
I'm
does.
not for them streets. Just
Yeah, you do.
so y'all
You
know.
do. Go play.
Um,
But so my thing is, yeah, he a little bit too nice for me. Cause I'd be like, if a dude walk up on me, he all up in my space, I'm gonna back him up. Be like, you know that's my husband right there, right? But him,
truth,
this right here.
truth.
Yes, he does have the patience of Job. But yeah. If I don't know you and you just some random and you all up over here, I will step up and just stand there and look at you
Well,
and smile. Hey, girl, how are you?
we're both territorial.
Hmm.
I'll I'll, I'll admit that we're both territorial.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. He is. Oh my
You
gosh.
sound you
Okay.
sound you it's a little too much energy.
This dude is territorial. Let me tell y'all, it is funny with his because he is not as subtle as I am. He is boom, this is my wife. Like this basically what this dude be doing. So one time we were in this play together, and this dude I had already met him, but see, this is the thing. We had met this dude at a previous event. And while he was outside smoking, we were in the house
Uh,
and
uh
smoking cigars.
okay, clean that up.
Smoking cigars. I'm sorry.
Jeez. I'm not living in these streets. I'm for the Lord.
So when he was out there smoking cigars, I was in the house and this dude was doing some kind of trivia, and he was asking about what year these songs came out. And so I was answering the thing, and I was on a lot of them I was real close, and a lot of them I was right. So he was like, "Oh, hey, whatever." So that's the first time I ever met him. So then we met again with this play, and so when the play happened, after it was over, this dude made a beeline over to me, and he was standing. He was like, "Man, that was good. You're a great actress." And boom, boom, boom. This dude right here almost knocked me down.
Okay.
Boom. Hey, my name's Stuart. This is my wife. I'm like, yeah, I'm like the dude just said. He just said that I was a good actress. He didn't ask me to marry him or nothing. Like, what are you doing?
Okay. So remind me,
Huh?
at this event where you were playing trivia,
Yeah.
was this individual feeding you drinks?
No.
Okay, this is a different individual.
Yeah.
Because I remember there was one individual that was steadily trying to feed
Okay,
you drinks.
so your wife is way smarter than that.
I'm not
What
saying
did
you're
I
not.
tell you when this dude was trying to give me drinks? What did I tell you I did?
I don't know. Remind me.
I told you he gave me a cup of clear whatever it was, some kind of liquor, and I took the cup, kindly went into the kitchen, poured it out, and put water in my cup. And I was drinking the water where he think I was drinking liquor. And I'm like, no, I don't do that. My mama told me that a long time ago. You don't drink cups from strangers.
How many individuals, Didi? How many individuals?
To my Lord, the look you gave him when he was trying to get your number and date you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was savage when we first started.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to. I wasn't trying to hear that. I was sizing him up, and I was trying to figure out because he offered to what take me home from a barbecue we met on Labor Day in 1999,
Hmm.
and so he offered to take me home, and I was like, I don't know this dude. I do not know this dude. So I sized him up. I was like, yeah, I mean, me and him be tussling in that car if he tries something. I won't play it.
But you always say, stop telling people that you married a thug.
I did. I did ask you to stop saying that out loud.
Stop telling people you married a
So,
thug.
okay, how many individuals? How many individuals for what? I missed that. I missed it. I'm sorry.
Am I supposed to describe you?
Hmm. Hmm. You're supposed to describe.
Yes, she is. Yep. Confirmation.
I don't deny it. I
When
just don't want it to be public.
when there were two.
Oh, how many individuals was at the party?
All right, the play.
Okay, which party? Because it was two different parties. The drink party, it was a whole bunch of people there, but he was outside smoking a cigar. See, them cigars, I found the problem. It's the cigars. He don't need to smoke cigars unless we smoking them together. Because I love cigars too. My grandfather got me hooked on cigars when I was young. He was outside smoking cigars and talking to this old buck. I think it was a setup. I just think it was a setup. I think this dude told old buck take him outside so I can holler at his wife. I think it was a setup because all of a sudden everybody disappeared and here I was sitting in the kitchen with this random dude sitting over here. So I texted him. I was like, dude, you need to get back in here. Get in here now, cause I don't know what's about to happen.
She was trying to get me to tear up the club or somebody else.
We was gonna tear that house up together. Cause if dude, you already know, if he would have touched me, it would have been all over for him and whoever else lived there.
Okay, so uh
It
this
was a fight party,
this
so I just want to make that clear. We don't just randomly be going to people's house to parties. We don't be doing that, like
well that was a
and
while ago.
drinking.
That was a while ago
And
anyway.
that was like, yeah, that was over 15 years
But
ago.
I have to circle back and provide an additional disclaimer.
What?
Don't just have bail money for your lady, have bail money for both of y'all. Because there's no telling what kind of trouble
Right,
she might get
right.
you into.
What? What? It wasn't me. Like how was it just because I was cute? I was getting you in trouble. Come on, man. Come on.
All I know is sometimes when you hang out with a
Thunder, thunder, thunder,
This fool called me a
Thundercats.
thundercat. I'm not supposed to fool with him,
you
y'all.
you gotta be ready for whatever.
I don't know if we coming back next Friday because he tripping.
You gotta be ready for whatever. Because these young Thundercats be out in these streets, man. And you never know what might pop off.
Oh
So
my gosh. Okay, just answer the question. Answer the question.
okay. So um how would I describe my significant other, aka you?
Ooh.
Uh ambitious.
Okay.
Um overly giving at times for me.
Yeah.
Because I know that's one of your love languages. Um, uh, I'm trying to drift away from physical aspects.
Say it. We say ask anything. So at this point, you tripping.
Well, it says describe your significant other. I don't want to just go to
Oh.
the shallow stuff. So
Well, I mean, you already talking about the important stuff. What's the other stuff? Tell me, cause I don't know.
you already know your butt. Yeah,
Yeah, he got a fetish.
I'm a butt
Well,
man.
I can't say that I do too, cause he got one too.
Hey! I don't need you broadcasting that.
It's a
This is
nice,
live, lady.
it's a nice man butt,
This is live, lady. I'm gonna need you. See, and now
and his
anybody.
legs.
See, that means now what's gonna happen is that.
People gonna be looking at it.
Thank you. Like, hey, Stu, hey.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I
gosh,
don't need
they
that.
probably already looked at it.
I'm gonna need you to calm down now. I'm gonna have a comment.
Because, okay, ladies, tell me, how many ladies actually, and just be honest about it, actually has looked at a guy's butt in the past?
We gotta wait for the lag.
I know we have a little bit of a lag, y'all. Sorry about that. Somebody said Stu got a butt.
I bet nobody, that ain't nobody been calling that. I bet.
Nobody, look, nobody knew that, but y'all know now.
Yeah, see, I can't go nowhere now.
Well, same thing. You put mine out there, people gonna be looking at mine now, trying to see it.
First of all, there's no effort there.
Butts matter. You right.
They do. They do. They have a, it has a special place in my heart. But I said ambitious,
Mm-hmm.
giving, willing to compromise.
Yeah, I do that.
Uh,
Cute ones.
Very, very much so. Those do matter. Some things are just not tangible because sometimes some of the things is like I want to describe. To describe you would mean also describing how I feel when I'm with you, and sometimes that's not tangible.
Okay.
She's a love bug. So,
I get it. I mean, I get it. It's the same thing. Like, I can't describe everything about you that
you're a strong presence.
am I? See, I don't see that. I really don't see that. Like, I don't know. No, seriously. You know I don't see that. You know I don't.
Okay.
It doesn't appear to be that way to me. Like, I think I'm a little more humble and a little more in the background.
It's this. It's this. That's where it starts.
My face?
Yeah.
This is my
This is my happy face. The depending on what the situation is, you have a face for almost every situation. And then also that face is like a warning shot over the bow of a boat. So it's like either you heading the wrong way or you cool. So
well, okay, let me just say, because I am aware that my face gives off this kind of aura, okay? Because I met this little old lady and this other young lady, right? And when I first met them, I was just looking at them to see where they were. Like, I always try to gauge people before I initiate anything, right? I just want to see if you give me a little smile out. Oh, hey, how are you? If I don't get anything, then I'm like, oh, they don't want to be bothered. And so usually I had to catch myself because I'm like, oh my gosh, am I giving her a stone face because I'm waiting to see where she is? And she may be thinking, why is she staring at me like that? And so I have to be cognizant of that. So I do the little fake smile.
what do you say? It's that Beyonce 70% smile.
Yeah, I give them the eyebrows. I give them something because I don't want to just be looking at them like,
where it's kind of a smile, but it's not.
I don't want to have the resting face. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that. So
no RBF.
no. I try to, and I try to speak to everybody. Like, that's just one of the things that, even being an introvert, I've had to learn over the years. Learn how to, exert myself. Was that the right word? Exert.
Extend.
Well, that too.
Yourself.
Anyways, y'all know what I mean.
So before we wrap it up, we want to give one.
I know this week went by fast, didn't it?
Yeah.
It seemed like we just like a couple of minutes in, but okay.
Yeah. We've had an enjoyable time.
Yeah, this has been fun.
A few interruptions here or there by someone in single digits, but it is all right.
The other boss of the house. That's right. That's right.
The savagery. the savagery.
Now I do have that for the people that don't speak. Now don't get it twisted. I will turn back and be like, good.
So the last thing we're gonna do before we wrap it up is we're gonna just open the floor up for at least one more question.
Next
If
week
you
your
guys
birthday.
have
Happy birthday.
any questions for us that you'd like for us to address before we wrap up this week's session. And yes, happy early birthday, Carla.
Happy birthday to ya.
And of course, we're just guessing.
Happy
That's who this is.
birthday. Yeah. She is a Cancer.
Just like your boy. Yeah. Cancer season, baby.
I thought you said you won't have a birthday this year.
Wow.
I thought you said you was gonna skip this one because you don't want to ever turn 50.
I said that?
No, I'm just making
Better
it up.
say, I think I can't wait.
You want to be 50?
I think privilege comes with that. You get some
Tell me, because I got 1 year. Tell me what I'm about to get when I turn 50. I want to know.
you can get
I mean, all I asked was for my doctor to
you can get a veto song.
I told my doctor, can she write me a prescription for a new body?
That would be the deal. So once again, we thank you guys for joining us.
Yes.
It's been a blast. We hope to see you same time next week. We would like to hear from you guys. So remember, next time you sign in, make sure you hit that link so we can actually see what's going on.
Skip the line at Luby's.
Wow.
No, they going away, ain't they?
The one in Forest Hill is still here. All right, you guys. Appreciate you joining. Have a good rest. I'm Stu. That's D.
I'm D. Thank y'all.
Later.
Yeah, also.